Hello everyone, it's Ravens Guardian back with another episode of American Truck Simulator. So on this episode, I made quite a few deliveries to get us up to the point where we should be able to finish the Wonderland deliveries this episode. However, as you can see here on the screen, we are at our own garage in Las Vegas. So one of the deliveries actually took us back to Vegas at the Napa Auto Parts that's literally right next door to our garage. So I'm back at our garage. And now it's time to do all of our upgrades and start getting everything set up to basically make our company great. All right, so first things first, we need to go to the bank. So let's go home real quick. All right, so we'll go to the home button here and we will go to our, to the bank. And you'll notice, like we said, when we hit level 10, we have the ability to get the $500,000 loan. So, because we have that, we can go ahead and take this. So I'm going to take this loan. You're asking for a loan of $500,000, repayment period of 280 days. Daily installment will be, $1,807. Yes. All right, so we've taken a $500,000 loan. So we will repay $135,000, so that way we're not getting double payments here. All right, so we're back down to $1,807 a day. We have $407,000 in the bank. All right, so let's go back home. Let's go to our company, go to our garage. And then we will be able to upgrade our garage. Let's just go back to back home. All right, so we are already in our garage. All right, so now we're here. We can go to upgrade, and we can upgrade our garage for $150,000. So sure, let's do it. All right, now we have 3 spots in our garage. So we have our truck, and we can have up to 2 more trucks in our garage, which is fantastic. All right, and also being here in Vegas, there are a ton of trips and jobs and everything that can be done. So that will be beneficial for us and our company. All right, so let's take a look at recruitment agency because we will need to recruit some drivers. So you notice we have a bunch of abilities to recruit here. So let's just say hire a driver. And we can look through, we have 2 pages. So I'm assuming, how many is that? We have 7 drivers we can choose from. All right, so out of the 7 drivers, we have 3.3. So this guy looks like he is by far the best in driver rating out of the 3 that we can choose from. And he's asking for $61 a day per delivery, and then 51 cents per mile. And if you look, that's pretty even with everybody else. The big thing that he has here is just-in-time deliveries. So he is a big just-in-time delivery guy. So that's kind of, good in some respects and not so good in other respects. So we'll go ahead and we'll hire him. Now we need to get him a truck, right? So it's going to ask us, well, where do you want to put him? Well, we want to put him in Vegas, right? So we'll put him here. All right, so we now have him. So he is now in our group of people. All right, so we have other people here. So we have Ruth. She's a 1.7. Do we get anybody else? No. So we still have 7 to choose from. Ruth looks like she is going to be the next best at 1.7 driver's rating. She's asking for the same wage, basically the same wage as everybody else. So let's take Ruth as well. And we'll put Ruth also here in Vegas. All right, so now we have 2 drivers. We still have $256,000. So let's go back home. And let's take a look at trucks. So we'll go to truck manager. We don't have any trucks, which means we need to buy some trucks. So let's take a look at some used trucks that are going to be reasonably priced that we can get here. All right, so we apparently have not discovered Mack trucks or Freightliners yet. But out of the trucks that we have here, we have quite a few. So let's see. That's a 2-star truck. That's a 5-star truck. This one's a 5-star truck as well. So we have this looks like a International, I'm assuming. Left-hand cab, 6x2. It's got a 400 horsepower engine, 1650 in torque. That's pretty good. It's got 59,000 miles and 1% wear. I mean, that's okay. I mean, not great, but okay. This Kenworth W900 day cab only has 9,000 miles. It's got a 370 horsepower engine, so a little bit weaker on the horsepower. Not terrible though, however. And we take a look at this one. So I'm thinking these two trucks, this Peterbilt and the Kenworth, might be the two that we choose for these two. So let's go with this one. So we'll purchase that one. We'll put it in our garage. We'll give it to Magnus. All right. And we'll take this Peterbilt as well. And we'll purchase that one and give that one to Ruth. All right. So there we go. We have both of our drivers with trucks. We have now 2 more drivers in our group. So now we have Magnus and Ruth, and both of them are set up to be ideal. Both of them are going to be on balanced because we want them to put their skill points in a a good balanced manner. We don't want them to overload on, say, one area. All right, so that is basically everything that we're going to look at for the drivers. And now we'll go ahead and get into our deliveries for today. All right, so if we take a look at the Winter Wonderland stuff that we have to remaining to do. So we've, like I said, I did a whole bunch of deliveries so that way we can get this completed today. The event does go on until the 12th. However, I didn't want to wait too long, just in case, because obviously there's a lot of deliveries that would have to happen. And honestly, that would be way more content than I would be able to make between now and then. So just to kind of alleviate that kind of issue, I went ahead and made a whole bunch of deliveries. So we have 2 deliveries remaining until we're completely done with the Return to Winterland event. So let's get into it. Where we left off, I'm currently in Winterland, and I have, again, 2 deliveries to make to finish it out for our component. All right, so if we go in the jobs, external contracts here, we will see that we are, again, in the Wonderland event. Up to this point, there's only 4 cities that have completely finished out, so Las Vegas being one of them, Indio, Los Angeles, and Santa Maria. So we won't take any of those cities just because it doesn't make any sense. If they're already maxed out, there's no reason to continue there. All right, so let's go through and see what we have. So we have one to Harrison, Arkansas from the post office, so we can go ahead and do that one. That's going to give us our most money, so we'll go ahead and that'll be the one that we will choose. All right, so we'll begin that delivery. And if I remember right, I actually think we are at the post office at the moment, so everything that we need to pick up is already here for us. So if you remember from last episode, we were having some significant issues trying to get up the hills in this Winterland. And what we found was we were just underpowered, had low torque, and really just bad capabilities when it comes to hill climbing. So what I went and did was I upgraded our truck. I put a 500 horsepower engine in. We had a 400, and then I also upgraded our transmission from a 13 speed down to a 10 speed. That gives us really pretty decent hill climbing capabilities. So what we have right now is a vehicle that's got pretty good torque. It also has really good hill climbing. I would say, like, on the little bar that it shows you your hill climbing capabilities, we're pretty much like between 85 and 90% for hill climbing. So like this is like the best when it comes to being able to, you know, climb up hills. So let's get turned around here so that we can back into this trailer, and then we will get on the road. All right. All right, we should be clear of the snowbank. We'll start turning towards the trailer. Get lined up. And there we go. All right. Couple up to the trailer here. And then we have to choose our destination portal that we want to go through. So the other thing I've been working on is kind of getting the entire map filled in. I didn't get it completely done. There's still some areas, you know, here in Town Square, up here at Rudolph's workshop, that haven't been completed just yet. There's also a little spot up here by this portal, so let's go ahead and let's take that. All right, so let's get back to the truck. And that's where we'll get going to. Alright, so again, this episode is coming out after the new year. So hopefully you guys had a good New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I know a lot of people are kind of, you know, apprehensive to what 2025 is going to present to us, but on the other side, you know, I'm pretty optimistic. I'm looking forward to 2025. You know, it's a new year, new start for a lot of us, New Year's resolutions and all that. And, you know, I started this channel back in October. And one of my goals is, you know, to keep providing you guys content and honestly to just get this channel up and running and, you know, get some subs, get some views, get all that stuff and, you know, be successful in 2025. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully you guys have similar goals, you know, whether it's you know, mental, physical, or even, you know, spiritual goals in 2025. I wish you all the best of luck in all of those. Yeah, so again, we have one of the best trucks when it comes to hill climbing, and this is still what we got climbing hills. So it is still a challenge, even with, you know, a decent transmission and a very strong engine. For my level. Granted, I'm only level 10, right? So, you know, you don't get the next batch of upgrades available until level 12. But you can see it's still a little bit of a slog trying to go up these hills. However, we're not stalling out going up the hills and then it taking us 15 minutes to get to the top of it. So there are some benefits to it. Man, I was super frustrated in the last episode based on just our ability to climb hills. So, you know, this one, again, not super great, but it's a lot better than it was. Alright, we should start picking up speed here as we go down the hill, and then we'll get on the way here towards Harrison, Arkansas. Alright, come on truck, you can do it. Let's get over the hump. There we go, now we're picking up speed. Let gravity do its thing. Alright, so like I said, today's goal is to finish this out. So we have 2 deliveries to make. Once we make those 2 deliveries, we'll probably just call that an episode, because the beginning of the episode there is about 7 minutes long with us upgrading our garage and getting our drivers on the road. So we have 2 drivers that, you know, we're pretty good with. So Magnuson and Ruth, both of those guys have been going strong and they're doing really well. I think they've only delivered 1 job each up to this point since I pretty much picked them up. So actually, you know what? I'm going to make this right turn here and head up towards the towards this portal. I was just thinking about it. I'm like, why am I driving all the way over there? Yeah, I would get that little tiny piece, but it's much easier to do that bobtail than it is trying to do it with a trailer. And this hill is, it is still kind of a pain, but it's not as bad as the other one. So we'll just stick with this one for now. And as you can see, if you remember from last episode trying to climb up this hill, it took us 5 minutes, I think, to get up this hill. And we've been able to, you know, basically just run this thing over no problem this time around. So those upgrades did help quite a bit. But if you're not level 10, I have no idea what you're going to do, because, man, that is quite a pain. Alright. Go ahead and travel through this portal. Alright, here we are. So let's get on the road. And let's figure out where we got to go. Alright, so we were making our delivery to Harrison. So it's up here. I don't know why it's not giving us the location. But we'll just go ahead and set our navigation there. It might just be until we actually start driving, and then it'll pick it up here. Interesting. So I wonder if we discovered a bug, possibly. Because that was kind of weird. So usually when I start driving, it just automatically picks up and gets us going where we need to go. And this time around, it didn't do that. So I don't know if maybe there's something wrong, because I chose the one portal and I went through a different portal that it kind of freaked out for a moment and had no idea what I was doing. Maybe that was it. I don't know. All right. We've got one car coming, and then there's no traffic after that, so we'll just go after that one. And go and get on the road. Alright, we discovered an international truck driver dealership, so that's good. It's pretty nice. Alright, we got a green light, thank goodness. And then we're going to take this first exit up here to get on the highway. On to 40 East. And kind of hop the curve a little bit there. Alrighty. Get out here on the highway. Speed limit 70, so with every World of Trucks event, you're only limited to 65, so that's what we'll be driving. Once we get up to 65, we'll set the cruise control and just let it go. So with this, we'll basically take, one event, or not one event, one delivery to where we're going, and then one delivery back. And that should give us our 2 deliveries that we need to make to finish out this event. So again, this will be a little bit of a shorter episode, but that's okay. I could have left 3 or 4 events remaining, and I just kind of didn't want to do that just because of the amount of pain that exists in trying to get around the Winterland. I didn't want you guys having to deal with all that, so I kind of just went ahead and made those deliveries ahead of time, just so that way we could at least get the event done, and then at the end of or beginning of next episode, hopefully, well, maybe not, because honestly, when we think about it, we have till the 12th before the event ends, and then I think the rewards will come out after that point. So it might take a little bit before the rewards are available, but as soon as they are available and we can claim them, I will definitely show you guys what we got. Stay tuned, tune into some following episodes, and you'll have that information. All right, so we only got 48 minutes of, 48 miles left to go. We can go over here in the left lane where we belong as a truck, just so we're not holding up all the faster traffic. Speed limit's 45, but it's about to jump to 55 here, so not too bad. And we'll be there as soon as, sooner than you think. Hey, the other good thing is we're not making deliveries at night. So, I mean, that's kind of nice. Granted, it is still dark, right? It's 8 o'clock in the evening. Oops, a little bit fast there. But it's going to jump to 60 here in a second. Alright. It is a little bit towards dusk, but at least it's not dark. So you guys get to see a little bit of today's delivery. Alright, we set the speed limit at 60. So with this new transmission, the one, or maybe it's the engine, I'm not sure which. One of the things that gets kind of annoying is the engine starts making these weird, like, electronic motor sounds. I'm sure you heard it back there when I set the cruise control. It was like a whine. And when you start going downhill with that, it keeps trying to, like, slow things down so that you're not going to, you know, exceed the speed limit that you set. And it kind of just keeps getting into this weird, like, whining, like, back and forth for until you turn it off. And it's quite, actually kind of annoying, to be honest. But anyways, other than that, you know, this truck has performed extremely well since the upgrade. So I'm very pleased with that. And, you know, our drivers have been doing great so far, so I can't complain about that either. Oh, time to slow down a little bit so we're not going to get caught speeding. And it looks like our delivery is right up here on the right. So, yeah, other than that, you know, everything's been going well. Slowing down a little bit more. So you hear that little mechanical ringing sound when I hit the brakes. I'm not quite sure what exactly that is, but it is very, once you hear it, it's like one of those things, once it's heard, you can't unhear it. And then it just gets on your nerves. So, alright, once we get through this light, we'll make this right turn into the location we're trying to go to. And make this delivery. And like I said, we'll just pick up, if one exists, at this location that we're currently at, or about to make this delivery, and then just deliver it back to Wonderland and call it a day. Alright. So right turn here. Wait for the gate to open. There we go. I guess I don't need my blinker on anymore. We'll need it on here. Yeah, this dirt road is extremely bumpy. Alright, we'll make our delivery over here against the fence. Get lined up. Nice and easy. A little bit more. There we go. Alright. Delivery made. Alright, so that took 16 minutes. I used 17 gallons of fuel. That's our 55th World of Trucks contract completed. We got $791 and 117 experience. So as you can see, with all those deliveries we made quite a bit of experience. We didn't hit level 11 just yet, but that's alright. So let's take a look at the current job offers at this company that we're at. See if any of them are taking us back to Wonderland. Alright, so we have one taking us from Harrison back to the post office for $844. So we will take that one, and then that's what we will do. And that'll be our final contract for the event. Alright, so we need to figure out where we're going. So it looks like it's around the corner here on the other side of the building. So let's go over there and get it. And this is a very narrow area to squeeze through. Alright, there we go. So there's our trailer. So let's get lined up on it. Alright, and back it in. There we go. Turn our wheel around. Oh, a little bit too much there. Alright, so we need to go back out the way we came. I guess we probably should set our waypoint first before we do that. Alright, where's our waypoints at? There's a bunch of them down here, and then there's a bunch over here. So let's see which one is going to be optimal here. Alright, this one's probably going to be the best one. So let's go ahead and set our destination there. And that's where we'll take it. Alright, let's get lined up on this so that way we can get through here without doing any damage to our trailer. Because obviously that would be bad. Alright, there we go. Perfect. I could have taken the outside. The outside was probably the better answer if I was actually pulling a trailer, because I don't know what the clearance is on that silo. It might have been too low, and then we could have caught the top of the trailer or the truck, which would have been bad, but luckily that didn't matter. Right. No traffic. Back out here on the road and make this delivery. Alright, well, I thank you guys for your patience and understanding in the whole, getting everything done. I mean, sure, it might have been good for you guys to watch all the deliveries, but I've imagined that, me being frustrated and not happy with everything that's going on in the game probably would not have, thanks truck, appreciate it, would not have, done well content-wise, because you guys would have been probably getting even more frustrated than me. Nobody likes to watch somebody sit there and yell at a screen or yell at a video game. Alright, let's get on the road. Come on. There's an awful lot of traffic for at 10 o'clock on a Sunday here in Harrison, Arkansas. And I'm thinking actually this might be, obviously it's day. If it was 10 o'clock at night, it would be a lot darker. But yeah, again, you guys, I like doing day deliveries as well. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way for us. We end up doing a bunch of night deliveries, but in this case, we got 2 day deliveries for this episode, which is best of both worlds. I enjoy it. You guys obviously enjoy it more than night deliveries because you actually get to see some of the scenery. So can't complain with that. Alright, we set our cruise control here. And we'll see what happens. I think this bus is trying to get out. So everybody's kind of freaking out a little bit. Alright, let's get back up to speed. The disappointing thing is, the cars can stop real quick and then they can also accelerate real fast. I don't have that ability with my truck, unfortunately. So it takes me a little while to get back up to speed after having to slow down for them. Alright, there we are, 60 again, set the cruise control. And we got about 50 minutes to go. So we're going to hop back on the highway, obviously, and then head down 40 west, I'm assuming, towards the portal, which will take us back to the Wonderland. Let's go ahead and slow down here. Alright, here comes the intersection for our exit to the highway. Need to slow down a little bit more. Oops, I'm kind of drifting over the lane there. This guy just slammed on his brakes. Can you pull forward just a little bit? No? Alright. I don't know why. I guess they're not blocking the intersection, which is good, but I mean, you could pull forward a little bit, I guess. Alright. Yep, so like I said, we're taking 40 west here. Kind of following that truck and then a bunch of these cars, it looks like. Oof. Holy smokes, man. That car almost got just rear-ended because he slammed on his brakes. Well, you know what? Doesn't say no right turn on red, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn. So that was a close call. Thank goodness, you know, we managed not to hit him and he was able to pull forward into the intersection. Because he just like slammed on his brakes out of nowhere. So the last thing I need is to rear end somebody and lose a little bit of money. Alright. It doesn't look like we have any traffic coming up here on our left once we get back here on the interstate, so I think we're good to merge. Only got 24 miles till we get to the portal. And then once we make the portal, it'll be a quick little jaunt there down to the post office. I will tell you that I'm rather excited to be done with this Wonderland event, because man, oh man, talk about frustration. As I kind of went on my rants in the last episode about, you know, some of the issues that I was having with it, I'm just glad to be done with it, to be honest. Alright, up here to the stop sign, make a right, pull in here and get through the portal. Alright, one car, and then we should be good to go. There are apparently a ton of portals in here to be able to head into Wonderland, or Winterland, I should say. Let's pull in here and go find them. They look like they're behind. Oop. Jeez, bro. What the heck? Like, seriously, dude. Did you not see that I was coming in here? Go ahead. Or are you just gonna sit there and block my way? Uncalled for. Like, seriously, what the heck? Of course, you know, this game isn't exactly helping anything with the way that they designed it to be able to get back to these Wonderland. What? Oh my gosh. Must have just clipped that car, apparently. Just barely. Yeah, like, look at this. I mean, are you serious right now? Guess what? I'm going over the grass. I don't care. I'm tired of the BS of this event, and I'm done with it. So I will pay the $300 for those things that got destroyed and tell you to stick it in your ear. Congratulations, SCS. You have royally made somebody angry about having to do one of your events. Well, I guess it's technically a World of Truck event. It's not SCS that created it. Alright, let's get down here, make this delivery, and be done with this event. Alright, suppose it's gonna take us 2 hours to drive this 38 miles. Obviously I don't think that's the case, so I'm not super worried about it. However, this it does get a little nerve-wracking trying to drive on these roads because the truck does slide a little bit when it's going around here, but yeah, all right, let's get up here to the post office and we can end the episode, end this event. In any case, I hope you guys did get the opportunity to observe some of the Winterland deliveries. There's quite a few other drivers out there that post things to YouTube that are, pretty enjoyable. Peanut makes some pretty good stuff. I like watching him drive. There's a few others that also make deliveries that are rather fun to watch. However, like I said, I get extremely frustrated when things are, not really made. Obviously, Peanut's got thousands of hours, I'm sure, in American Truck Simulator, so he's done just about everything you can think of in that game, compared to me. So, for him, it's not very frustrating because it's just another challenge. But for somebody who's, relatively new, only got, tens of hours in the game, it can be extremely frustrating. So that's just one of the things that kind of bothers me a little bit about this game, as my IR secret thing, or IR tracker IR just kind of freaked out there. That was kind of odd. Not sure what that's all about. However, we're almost here, so getting close to making this final delivery. Yep, so right up here around the corner where we gotta go. There's our loan installment going out the window, $1,807. And here's the post office. So let's get to a safe spot here and pull her in and call it a day. And there we go. So it took us 15 minutes, 20 gallons of fuel, and we got $844 and 136 experience. And like I said, that completes 15 of 15 deliveries for the return to Winterland. So we are now complete with that World Trucks event. And I thank you guys for hanging in there and enduring, some of my rants. So I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.